In today's training, we are talking about how to go small so that you can go big. What do I mean by that? If you're at all curious, stay tuned and you're going to find out. Hello gorgeous, and welcome back to another video. My name is Jen Stevens. I'm a holistic manifestation coach and creator of Recode Manifestation Academy. I'm so excited to have you here today on my channel. This is where I create a brand new free training for you every week, all about the art of up-leveling your life. We are basically here to help you to get out of your own way and create that massively juicy life that you have always dreamed about. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Today, I am giving you just a quick little pep talk all about the art of going small so that you can go really big. And this is something I have been thinking about in my world lately. So I thought I would just come on here and talk about it. And this is less of a step-by-step video and more of a way of looking at the world. But I think you're going to find it really interesting. In my personal life this year, I've gone through a number of big changes. And it is just always interesting when these seasons come up, when it seems like so many things are leaving or shifting or changing. It always just brings you back to yourself and it makes me ask myself, what can I count on? What do I know to be true? What are the basic building blocks of my life that I want to keep in it as I keep moving forward? These are basically big questions to ask yourself all of the time, because if we aren't really conscious about what we are keeping in our life, then inevitably we're going to get a little leaky. Our energy is going to get a little leaky, and we're going to end up in either situations or relationships that aren't actually a reflection of what we really want in life. Being in this constant state of evaluation is super critical. Otherwise, you're going to have that experience of waking up one day, looking around your life and thinking, like, how did I get here? And for the record, if that resonates, I have been there. Don't worry, there is always a way to get out of it. But this is one of the reasons why I'm so big on talking about consciously creating your life. So for me, the things that I have been thinking about recently are, what am I really holding on to? Like, what is really important to me? I'm mostly thinking about that in terms of this business and how I want this business to grow moving forward. I wanted to always come back to the things that I find most important, which for me are self-expression in the many ways I can express myself. That is one of the fundamentals of the reason why I started the Align Life in the first place. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur or an online entrepreneur, you know just how much stuff happens in an online business. There are so many moving parts. There are so many different things where you can spend your time, energy, and attention. And sometimes the whole thing can get quite overwhelming. This isn't a business video, by the way, but I'm just using this as an example. It would be very easy for me as an entrepreneur to think that I have to spend
a bunch of time on Facebook ads and a bunch of time on TikTok and a bunch of time doing this and a bunch of time doing that.
I have dabbled in these areas as I've gone along, but what I really have been coming back to recently is that I really want to do the things that bring me joy. For me, that's a lot of the videos that I make and definitely the writing. In terms of marketing, I should say, I do like the coaching as well. But anytime that I'm in my creation mode, I'm feeling really good, really energized, and really happy. When I spend a bit more time in maybe looking at my Google Analytics or something like that, then I feel overwhelmed. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And I very much fall into this feeling that I'm not that great at this business thing after all. Again, this isn't a business advice video. I am definitely not telling you entrepreneurs out there not to look at your analytics. The point that I'm trying to make here today is that when I know what I'm good at, when I stay in my lane, when I connect to the reasons why I began this whole thing in the first place, that is when I create my best work. That is when I feel the most inspired. That is when I create stuff that I think is really cool and that I think you guys will think is really cool too. When I spend too much time on the other side of it,
I feel uninspired. I don't feel like a great business person. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing.
And my brain just gets consumed by all of these questions and all these things that maybe I should be focusing on. And instead of actually doing any of them, I just kind of freak out and don't do anything. What I'm really trying to highlight here is that there is such power in keeping things simple. So this can apply to your personal life. This can apply to your business. This can apply to your romantic life. What I really want you to start to think about are the core pieces that really light you up. What really makes you happy in your business? What are the things that make you really happy in your friendships or in your romantic partnerships or in your family. When we try to be all the things, when we say yes to every request, when we feel like we have to do everything, we end up losing a bit of what makes us so unique and so special. What I'm suggesting for you is to take the same approach that I'm trying to take in my life now, which is really constraining my focus down into only the things that I know really matter to me. The things that matter to me might be very different than the things that matter to you or to someone else. If I look around at what other people are doing and try to do life the same way that everyone else does, I will inevitably spend some of my precious time and energy on things that I'm not really that into, I'm not really that good at, and that don't make me feel very good. And that is just taking me away from being my best self. Whereas if I create more boundaries, if I focus, if I know what the kinds of relationships I want are and I focus only on those, then sure, I might not have as many superficial friendships, but the relationships that I have are going to fulfill me. They're going to light me up. They are going to sustain me. It's only when I'm spending, maybe trying to hang out with the wrong people or in the wrong relationship, that's when my energy gets drained, because at the end of those interactions, you don't feel lit up. When you're around people that feel good to you, you feel full, you feel energized. When you're around people that aren't really that good for you, you feel a bit depleted and tired. This goes for more than just your relationships. It goes for your hobbies, it goes for your work, it goes for everything. So again, in your business or maybe in your duties as a parent, maybe there are things you can't say no to. But in all the other areas of your life, there's a lot more room for you to concentrate on the things that feel good rather than trying to master the things that don't feel good. So another example of this could be maybe you are wanting to commit to working out more often, and maybe you like to go for walks in the afternoon. That's actually my preferred exercise. So I like to do that because it's very chill and I can listen to podcasts, etc., etc. And every once in a while, I will talk to a friend that is raving about the gym and telling me I should join this fancy gym and go there and go to the sauna and, do this and do that. And, sometimes I'm like, yeah,
maybe I should go to the gym. Maybe I should do this thing.
And it can get caught up in that idea a little bit before coming back down to earth and realizing like, I'm just not that person. I like to go on walks for one thing because I like to be alone and I can just go when I want to. If I go to a gym, then I have to like walk to get to the gym and then maybe wait for a class or wait for the weight machine or whatever. None of that stuff is really a big deal, of course, but if you're not really wanting to be there, if that's not really the kind of workout that makes you feel good, it's just going to become a barrier and you're not going to show up as often. So if I make my workout something that feels good to me, I will probably do them. If I concentrate my business around the tasks that feel really good to me, that light me up, that feel like soul fulfillment tasks, I'm going to be so much more inspired to work. When I do the opposite, when I try to do the workouts that I'm not really into, when I try to pivot in my business to focus on things that are not my forte, that is when I lose my energy and I lose my spark and I lose my power. Today, I just want to bring this concept to you. Where can you go small? I invite you to focus in on the things in life in every arena. Get it as tight as possible. Know what you like. Know what you don't like, know what you will accept in your life, and know what you don't, and try to keep that being your standard for everything. This will protect your energy, and when your energy is protected, you are going to be able to be your best self in your personal relationships, in your job, in your career, in everything. This is what I mean by going small so that you can go big. It is going to protect your energy, it's going to protect your values, it is going to protect everything so that you actually have the energy to attract in more of what you want. When you're filling up your basket, your energetic life basket with a bunch of junk food, then you can't be surprised that that's all you have. You have to get choosy and you have to focus and you have to know what works and what doesn't. And it is completely 100% okay to figure that out for yourself. Do not expect to love everything. Do not expect to be a yoga person, a walk person, and a gym person. You don't have to be. Maybe you are, but you don't have to be. You can figure out what is uniquely right for you. And when you focus on that and just forget the rest. Your life will become so much more simple. And because your energy is so great, you are going to become so much more magnetic to the things you want in life. So I hope this video today inspires you to bring a little bit more focus into your life and maybe to start saying no, setting some boundaries in the places that you need them. If you want to learn more, I have a whole boundaries workshop inside of Recode Manifestation Academy. So if you want to get clear on your boundaries in a more step-by-step practical way, then come on over and check out Recode. Other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video today. There are no coincidences, so there was something here that you were meant to learn. If you enjoyed this, please do me a favor and give me a like. And other than that, I will see you back here soon in the next video.